Well, is there a case for a strong pullback today given the global handover and the positive cues there? Only time will tell. For now, the SGX Nifty is looking like a muted start, and we had quite a disappointing day yesterday. Our research team is here to give us a list of top 10 stocks to watch out for. First up, we have an update coming in from Adani Wilmar. So let's go straight to it. Mangalam, how did it look?
Well, for their FMCG business, it was extremely strong and decent for their oil business. The overall revenue for the company grew in high single digits. The edible oil, which is the mainstay of the company, actually volumes out there grew in high single digit. But we all know the decline that we've seen in edible oil prices after the big rally that we saw in that. So as a result of which, the value growth is just low single digits. The companies passed on the price cuts to the consumers. Food and FMCG volumes grew high 20s. Prices have actually grown by over 40%. So in value terms, it's grown mid-40s, and that's a big positive because that's the higher margin business for them. Industry essentials as well saw a revenue growth in high teens. The company said growth has been broad-based across both urban as well as rural, but the saliency of urban has been much higher. B2C oil sales have actually been in high double digits, and it's the institutional demand for oil which was weak, as a result of which the overall edible oil business grew in just single-digit volume. But I sense the stock could see mild green in today's trading session.
Okay, all right. Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Mild green on Adani Wilmar. Stock ended lower with the cutoff front 2.5%. Vahista is with us to run us through a few stocks in the news. Morning, Vahista.
Good morning, Nigel. Actually, the defense stocks are expected to be in news today. This is because of an announcement yesterday wherein the Defense Acquisition Council has approved the acceptance of necessity. This is for 3 capital acquisition proposals summing to approximately 4,300 crores. And the 3 proposals include 2 for the Indian Army and 1 for the Indian Navy. Now, this includes the procurement of Helena anti-tank guided missiles, launchers and associated support equipment which will be integrated to the Advanced Light Helicopter. Also, there is a procurement of IR homing missile system under the design and development by the Defense Research and the Development Organization. Now, the likely beneficiaries from these developments could be Bharat Dynamics, Bharat Electronics, Astra Microwave Products, Data Patterns and Solar Industries. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's go across to Sonal now. She has some more stocks that are in the news. Sonal, what are you looking at this morning?
Good morning, Sonia. I have 4 stocks on my radar. Let me start with Uttam Sugar because they have gone ahead with a capacity expansion plan. They will be increasing their ethanol capacity from 150 kiloliters per day to 250 kiloliters per day at their Barkatpur plant. The capacity will be added by December 2023, and the total capex on this particular project will be 56 crore rupees. The company says this will be financed via internal accruals, and they will also be taking loans under the interest subvention scheme as well. The next stock I'm focusing on is Tata Motors. They have completed the acquisition of Ford India's manufacturing plant situated at Sanand in Gujarat. This is the wholly owned subsidiary which has done that, Tata Passenger Electric Mobility Limited. Adani Ports, one more completion in terms of acquisition. The Haifa port has been completely acquired and the acquisition has been concluded. Now remember, the consortium of Adani Ports, SEZ and Godot Group had completed the acquisition, and the concession period for this port is up to the year 2054. Lastly, watching out for IEX, they had announced their plans for buyback, and today is when the buyback opens. The buyback price is 200 rupees per share. The current market price is around 140 rupees per share. The total buyback size is 98 crore rupees, and it will be done via the open market route.
Okay, that's the IEX buyback. Thanks a lot for that. Here's a quick recap in case you missed out on any of the stocks. Stocks with positive news flow. There's Adani Wilmar, Bharat Dynamics, Bharat Electronics, Astra Microwave, Data Patterns, Solar Industries, Uttam Sugar Mills, Tata Motors, Adani Ports and Indian Energy Exchange. Well, guess what? There are no stocks on our radar with negative news flow. Well, that doesn't mean that stocks are not going to be in the red. But in any case, a lot of stocks come with positive news flow this morning. But let's go across to Manisha Gupta. She joins in now. She'll give us a quick check on what's been happening in the world of commodities. Brent has been trending lower. So what's the latest there? Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Well, that could be positive for the equity markets yet again because we've seen $75 break on the lower side for the U.S. crude oil prices. That is because the U.S. inventories have surged by 14.9 million barrels. Markets were anticipating a surge of 2 or 3 million barrels. So this is way higher and is weighing on to the prices. Also, when you look at the Fed officials overnight, they have all echoed the same remark on rates higher than 5% and higher for longer. That's exactly what the JP Morgan also said, and that's what's weighing on as well. It is a weakness in US dollar, though, that seems to be supportive, especially for the metal prices in the meanwhile. So whether it's gold, silver, and the other industrial metals, they still seem to be doing well, still trading in the positive for 2023. The Chinese demand, the restocking ahead of the Lunar New Year holidays is something that is supportive for that sector.
All right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. So that's commodities in focus. We'll take a very quick break here. Up next, Devin Chokshi of KR Chokshi will be with us for some fundamental stock talk. Later, we will connect with Ayush Gupta of KRBL to talk about the government's decision to review the export duty on rice. Stay tuned.
Different ages,